Hey guys, for your final assessment, you guys will be working with a mirror poem. So I've created a OneNote for you guys to work with. Here you can find a to-do list or a checklist. So once you are done with each step, you can actually check them off as you go. So first thing you're going to do is pick a poem that you enjoyed throughout the unit. It can be any poem that we've read. We've worked through a number of classes and movements in poetry. Find one that really spoke to you. Next, you're going to write alongside that poem or next to the poem. Mirror the poet's approach, language, theme, things like that. They use metaphor. Try to dig into that metaphor and create one of your own. Your poem should look similar to the one that you are mirroring, but should be your own. So you're not going to write the same poem. You're just going to borrow that structure and that approach to poetry. I've kind of broken this down and given you an example. I used the Tupac Shakur poem, The Rose That Grew from Concrete. So did you hear about the rose that grew from the crack in the concrete? Proving nature's law is wrong, it learned to walk without having feet. Funny it seems, but by keeping its dream, it learned to breathe fresh air. Long live the rose that grew from concrete when no one else ever cared. So I jotted down a couple notes, a couple things you can look at. Notice that this is broken down into 4 sentences. Every 2 line creates its own sentence, and we can work through the structure of the poem that way. The first sentence asks a question, and it also provides a focus item. It presents something that isn't totally probable. A rose growing from a crack in concrete. This idea that a rose is very different than maybe a weed. And we're looking at a flower, and a very very pretty flower. Proving nature's law is wrong. It learned to walk without having feet. We have some really strong personification. This really highlights what this rose is doing and what it really symbolizes. Funny it seems, but by keeping its dream, it learned to breathe fresh air. Again, some more personification furthering this content and furthering what the poem is doing. Long live the rose that grew from concrete when no one else ever cared. If you guys tap over here, you can see my example. This is what a mirrored poem should look like. This is very rough. I should go back and revise accordingly, but here's what I came up with. Did you hear about the gift that was never opened? Its wrapping still intact. It disproved everything we thought about our birthdays, as what was in the gift didn't really matter. The funny thing is, most times we can't wait to tear through its disguise, ignoring the care and patience it took to put it in such clothes. Cheers to the gift that didn't have to be opened. We felt love just from receiving it. Again, I take this line by line. Notice that I create the one, two, three, 4 sentences and what they do. They have a similar approach. We talk about personification. So use this example as you will. Please finish this up and have this submitted by the end of the week. Thanks.